Paper 5 video solutions. Question number 1. Find the size of each angle. Straight away you can see the parallel lines, so you need to be thinking FZs and C angles, but in addition to that, don't forget the other rules of angles that we already know. So angles on a straight line, angles in a triangle, and the opposite angles being the same. So with all of these questions, like I said on the last time, don't rush to try and look for W, X, Y, and Z, just fill in any information we might know. So these two angles here are opposite, so they must be the same. There are two angles on a straight line here, which means this one must be 59 degrees. Again, there are two angles on a straight line there, so that must be 59 degrees. There is another straight line here, so if this is 142, this one in here must be 38 degrees. This one over here must be 38 degrees, and so on. So straight away I filled in lots of different angles without using any of the parallel line rules. There is a backwards C by here, which means that these two angles add up to 180. So that makes 121 degrees in there. Again, there is also a straight line here, which means that this angle must be 59 degrees. The backwards C again tells me that that must be 121. Straight line tells me this must be 59 degrees in here. Straight line here, 59 degrees there. So we found W, we found X, we found Y. Z is within a triangle, so if we add 59 and 38 together, we find that Z must be 180 minus then that 97. Which would give us 93 as the angle, 83, sorry. So W, we have 121. X, we had 142, Y, we had 59, and then Z, we had as 83 degrees. Question number 2. You'll be assessed on the quality of your written communication. So, QWC question, and we need to solve Enzo's problem to find the size of X. So, the shape is a polygon. That means that it must be a closed shape. The shape has an odd number of sides, so it could have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Can't have 1 because it's a polygon, so there must be more than one side. The shape is not a triangle, therefore it hasn't got 3 sides. It has fewer than 7 sides, so it hasn't got 7, it hasn't got 9, and it hasn't got any others. So we know now that the shape must be a pentagon. You will need to put this down in, obviously, sentences, whereas I'm just going to worry about the maths. 3 of the interior angles measure 106 each, so we've got 5-sided shape. This angle's 106 possibly, this angle's 106 possibly, and this angle's 106. All the other angles are marked with the letter X, so this angle's X and this angle's X. We are looking to find X, so we need to use the formula that the angles inside any shape can be found, the total of them, using this formula where n is the number of sides. So we find that this is 3 times 180. So that's 540 degrees. So the total of all these angles is 540 degrees. So we know that 106 plus 106 plus 106 plus X must equal 540 degrees. So we find 318 plus 2X equals 540. So 2X equals 540 minus 318. So 2X equals 222 degrees, so X equals 111 degrees. You will need to put some sentences in around that. It doesn't need to be a long essay, it just needs to be a few sentences to explain what we're doing. So a quick sentence to say, from the first 3 facts, we know that there must be 5 sides and therefore it's a pentagon. The sketch can work towards your QWC, and then you need to make a statement about the angles in a pentagon add up to 540 degrees, and then just a quick explanation that you're going to solve this equation to find X. Part B. Find the size of each of these 3 angles. Again, angle rules. So we need to know that on a straight line, the angles add up to 180. So in this case, we know 180 must be 7y plus 32, that angle there, plus 3y plus 50, that angle there, plus 8y minus 10, that angle there. So I now have an equation with y missing, so I'm going to look to find the angle y. So 180 equals 7y plus 3y plus 8y is 18y in total. 32 plus 50 is 82 minus 10 is 72. So 180 minus 72 equals 18y. So 108 equals 18y. So 108 divided by 18 equals y. So y equals 6. That's not the end of this question. I now need to find what each angle will be worth using the fact that y equals 6. So 7 times 6 plus 32 for this one. 42 plus 32 is 74. 3 times 6 plus 50 for this one, which is 68. And 8 times 6 minus 10 for this one, which is 38 degrees. Question number 3. On the grid below, draw an enlargement of the triangle using the scale factor of 2 and a centre of O. So from the point O, every corner must now be twice as far away. So currently, to get to the bottom corner, I go across 1 and down 2. So if I'm going to increase that by a scale factor of 2, I'm going to go across 2 and down 4. So that will become the new bottom corner of this shape. To get to this corner, I go up 1, 2, 3 and across 1. So I'm going to go up 6 and across 2. And then again here I'm going up 3 and this time across 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go up 6 and across 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will be that corner there. And then using a pencil and a ruler, I can join up those 3 corners. As such. To do the rotation question, I need some tracing paper. So, I need to trace over the shape I currently have. Again, use a pencil and ruler for this. Trace over the shape I've got, and I need to mark which direction is north. If I'm rotating 90 degrees clockwise, that means I'm going to turn to the right 90 degrees, and about the origin means I hold the paper at the origin and I spin it from there. Using your tracing paper, you would obviously go over the top of that shape now to show where it ends up, but obviously with me not actually using tracing paper, can't quite do that. Part C, bearings. First thing you need to recognise here is the diagram is not drawn to scale, so this is not a question requiring a protractor. Calculate the bearing of P from R. So I'm going from R and I need to clockwise right the way around to P. Now I know the full thing would be 360, so I'm going to do 360 and I'm going to subtract from it the 145 I've got measured here. 5, 1, 2, so the angle is 215 degrees. Expand the following bracket, y to the power of 4 plus 6y. Solve this equation. I need to get x on its own. So first of all, I'm going to move the 54 away. So x divided by 3 equals 63 minus 54. So x divided by 3 equals 9. So then I'm going to take the 3 up and multiply, which will give me x equals 27. Solve this equation. The first thing I'm going to do is take the 4 up and multiply to get rid of the fraction. So I have 36 minus x equals 40. I'm now going to take the 36 over, so I have minus x equals 40, subtract 36. So minus x equals 4, so therefore x will equal minus 4. Factorise this expression. Common factor, I have a 2 in both. I also have an x in both terms, so I can take that as a common factor. I will need to multiply this by x to get 2x squared, and I will need to multiply this bit by minus 2 to get minus 4x. Write down the nth term of the sequence. I need to look at the pattern between, and I can see that it's going up in 4 each time. So it must start with 4n. And then I just take 4, and how do I get back to the initial term, which is 3? I will subtract 1.